everyone. I'm Jason Schwartz, the host of The Neutral Zone, MauiNeutralZone.com. We are in election season, and we have a primary coming up in a month, and so I really can't do them all in the studio that I want to, and I wanted to get out here while we still have weeks so that the people can share what we're doing here, because there's not enough getting close to the candidates. I have a terrific guest today. I have Randy Konohia. Randy, you are running in the Waikapu, Wailuku-Waihee-Waikapu district. Is that what it is?
Correct.
Important all you to know, no matter where you live in Maui County, on all three islands, you can vote for Randy. If you like Randy, you can vote for him. All the council people represent everyone. This is just district where they live, so that they know more about their area, and that's what's going on. But we don't have district voting, we have county-wide voting. Well, Randy, let me ask you a good question. What made you decide to run for council in Maui?
Well, thank you, Jason, for the invite and the
You're
interview.
welcome.
And why I'm running for Maui County Council, Wailuku-Waihee-Waikapu, is because I want to be engaged in the decision making for the future of Maui County. I want to be hands-on. I want to be part of the solution, not the problem. I believe I bring strong Christian values and Hawaiian values to the table, like compassion, hope, and integrity. You make your yes be yes and your no be no. Hawaiian values like ha'aha'a means humility, and ho'omanawa nui means perseverance. And I've been tried and tested, and lastly, ohana, family and community. I believe I'm a team player. I can get along with pretty much anybody, and I'm here as a leader in the public right now, as public serving, and I'm just willing to learn and willing to listen, and just hope that I can be part of the team.
Now, I'm sure you've been following generally all along here. Any things that are specific on the top of you'd like to address kind of list?
Well, in the immediate one, I think, because obviously the housing is pretty much the top, as every candidate's top, and but it takes just too long. But I think the immediate problem is the homelessness. I think that's something we can get quickly fixed. I would start with just stopping any of the homeless that is coming from the mainland. We need to stop that. It's taking some of our resources and social services away from the local homeless people. I would get them back to their state, and I would try to help our homelessness real quick, and set up a team to just get at least some data, their names, their families, use the nonprofit, the churches that already have some of these data already, and just help with that. I think that would be a pretty quick fix, and I would start off with that, and then the housing. I believe there's just too much red tape, and we need to fast track some of these building permits and planning and the infrastructure, but that's just the main two topics. The last one I think would be the water. And the water has been part of the question, for many years. Yeah, Jason. So yeah, that would be my top in order. My top priority, if I was to be in and get in, I would do the homeless, then the housing, and the water.
Well, that's good. Being in the council is an interesting role, as I've seen. I've been doing these a long time, and I realize that over the years, people have come in with real passions, and then they run into a roadblock called they've got to get at least 5 votes out of the 9 to move stuff forward. So this year, we actually have a chance. We always have a chance, but with some moving people here, we actually have a chance to get a positive voting block of people that are committed and really want to make some moves now, and are a little more aggressive than some of the programs that have been going on here. Well, I am looking at Maui County, and I think, well, we have to start understanding each other. Have you been out to many of these forums yet?
I went
Few
to
of
the
them?
West Taxpayers Association.
Right.
I went to that one. I'm invited to the one in Kihei. So that's the only two.
And I see a lot of people doing talk story stuff where they get someone and say, look, get 5 or 6 or 10 people in your house, I'll come over. So I imagine you're going to be out
Yeah.
walking and talking, and I
Yeah.
hope
Yeah.
sharing interviews like this. Anything that going on with people around you that you see their issues? Are there any? I mean, I always wonder when people are running, is it because they feel that being on council, they can do more? You actually get to get in there and create the rules, create the laws.
You know, I'm a man of faith, and just a little background of who I am.
Yeah.
You know, I'm Hawaiian. I reside in Hawaiian Homes, Wailuku-Waihee-Waikapu, and I'm married to my beautiful wife of 49 years. And
49 years.
no, 12 years. 12 years.
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
I'm 49, married to 12 years.
Oh, I was
We
going
have
to
a-
say,
yeah,
how
yeah.
did that happen?
And we have an 11-year-old daughter that goes to St. Anthony School. So we have the whole blended family, 5 adult children, 3 live in the mainland, 1 on Oahu and 1 in Kahului. So just, you know, dealing with just my life story, you know. I came from a background of loving but yet dysfunctional Hawaiian family. And I got bit by the drug bug myself growing up. And I've been tried and tested, you know, went to jail, came back, found the Lord. I'm a pastor today.
Wow.
I'm a pastor at King's Cathedral, and I oversee and pastor Transformation Ministry. And it's a ministry of encouragement where we help both men and women struggling in their addictions, and also men and women overcoming homelessness. So I'm already in the public serving. I go back into the prisons and share my testimony and bring hope. And every Tuesday nights we have we go back into MCCC. Every Monday nights we do Transformation Ministry. So I'm already giving.
Yeah.
I've been successful, God, since, you know, I gave my life to Christ. So I have a story, I have a testimony, and I just want to give that back to the community, which I already am. I get to be a part of men and women's lives and see the change and transformation and families healed and restored. So I guess, you know, I just wanted to give back more. You know, I have a passion to helping people, you know, so.
Well, you know, Wailuku, that seat there, Alice Lee has been sitting there a long time.
Correct.
Many, many years, it seems. So this is a refreshing time, like I say, because we have a chance to get new blood in. And I am very moved that you're Hawaiian,
Yeah.
because to me, that's been an ingredient that I'd like to
Yeah.
see more of. More Hawaiians coming out and standing up. We are America, and you know, if ever this becomes the Hawaiian nation again, I'm sure all Hawaiians will be happy and proud.
Yeah.
But we're in a working relationship, and what we got now is this. So it's great to me that Hawaiians come out and step up to be
Yeah.
running.
Of course, you know, I believe because we get the koko and the biloko cards is stuck to the aina, you know, and this is our home. Yeah. And everybody else is just visitors. And unfortunately, it's almost like we allowed our visitors, we welcome them into our home, and then now we're living in the back in the tent, and our visitors is living in our home.
Well, you know, I think sometimes the rules, like, people could come here and buy as much property as they want and rent it back to the local people. So they just came here, bought, rent it back, raise the rates, make the money, raise the
Yeah.
prices. So the prices, you can imagine.
Yeah.
You know, the little cracker boxes, you know, $750,000. $1 million. Like,
Yeah, you know,
how
and-
many people can afford that? Not many.
Yes, you know, and that's why I think this season right now is changing, And the Hawaiian people are standing up and stepping up and getting engaged.
It's good.
Their voices are being heard, and people are being encouraged. And I'm encouraging other Hawaiians and Christians to vote, because they don't vote. 70% of Christians and Hawaiians don't vote.
That just blows me away.
It's unacceptable. And so if I can be just that voice to encourage them to participate and engage, we can huli the system. I know you heard that before, but we can get the 2/3 engaging in civics and being a part of the solution and at the table.
That would be a welcome thing. I hope
Yeah.
we can accomplish that. And you're at King's Cathedral, so I imagine if you let them all know that,
Oh yeah, they know now.
there'll be a good spreading group too,
Yeah.
to let people know about your candidacy.
Yeah.
And to profess what they already know,
Yeah.
that you're a wonderful guy
Yeah.
and very approachable.
Yes.
Very approachable. And to me, that's another really important thing, being on council. Whether I agree with someone like Tasha Kam, I knew Tasha for years, and she was always trying to get me involved, right? And then when she got to council, not everyone agreed with what she was doing, but still a really wonderful lady and someone you could talk to and approach, and she wanted to always help. And that's what I get about you. You're really interested in being involved because you want to help.
Yeah.
You want to help and want to
You
be
know,
part of this community.
I just think like it's good to just hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right. Let's reset. Let's look at some options, and I think, coming from a Hawaiian heart and a Hawaiian space, somebody of the Aina and the land, we need those voices. And again, it's nothing to do with the county, but 30,000 Hawaiians on the waiting list is unacceptable.
Waiting list for what?
Hawaiian homes.
30,000?
Hawaiians waiting on Hawaiian homes.
It sounds like the homeless housing list.
No, so
These other things. They have senior housing. People get to be 65 and they put their name in and they tell them, well, in another 8.5 years, we'll have a place for you. Great, that's really helpful.
yeah, I mean, there's a
And
problem.
like you say, people waiting forever, lifetimes, it
Yeah,
seems.
yeah.
Huh?
My Uncle Randy just passed away. He's been on the waiting list for 50 years. Last year he passed, and and then we all getting old. I'm turning 50, and I still waiting for getting my own Hawaiian homes for over 26 years.
Wow, is that because they don't have the land? They do have the land, right?
Yeah, only nowadays they're really making things moving forward. But again, housing takes years.
Well, do you know what number you are on the list? They don't tell you where you are.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know.
yeah?
Yeah. I'm 2000.
Hey.
2600.
So you could actually be in this decade.
I could.
Hopefully sooner.
And for me, the heart, in being Hawaiian and living in this place, we have one house, and my tutu man lived there, my grandpa, my dad, me and my kids, one house. And that's and we fine and we happy and we still give and we still love.
And I call it really a nuclear family. Everyone in the family in generations still cooperating. The kids get to see the grandpa and grandma and
That's
everybody.
home.
Yeah,
that's home,
great.
and I think, it would be nice that all our children have their own homes, rather than we all just living in one home. So
The local people. It's not that you don't honor tourism. I know that.
No, we need the tourism.
We need the tourism, but we got to do it right.
Yeah, balance, like everything else, we can. I think making it through COVID, making it through the wildfires, Kona lows, has given us, more, that how we resilient and how we still can survive. I think everybody needs to eat at the table. Some other people, they just get way more than they can eat. And you see somebody to your left, your own family member, friend to the right, they're barely eating anything. And I think we all got to come with that like-minded where you don't need to have all of that.
Like you say, you come from the heart. If you come from the heart, you feed this one,
Automatic.
you feed that one. Right.
Yeah, this is...
So we see a lot that people aren't really honoring each other in a way that is that. But good leaders like the sounds. This is what it takes. It takes people that are involved, that are part of the community, that lead by example.
Lead
That's
by
what you're
example.
doing.
Yeah, no, tell me, show me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like for me, sharing coming out of addiction, and I help the man coming out of prison. You cannot. It's enough talk already. You gotta put it into action, and don't tell me you love your kids and your wife. Show me, and be there for them. And that's what I had to do. I had to die to myself, and so it's an ongoing thing, but we have to show up. That's the key. You just got to show up. Yeah?
Yeah. When I think of you say show up, I'm thinking about, I'm old. I remember when you told me that you've seen me years ago doing this.
I did.
And I'm still doing this, I don't mind
know.
doing it, but I don't know why we don't see more people stepping up to get to know. I mean, you're a new candidate. How are you going to compete against the big money and getting your word out? Maybe by sharing videos and having people share.
I have a big God. And I tell you, the same God of Moses and David is the same God in my life. I've slayed some giants too. I've walked through the wilderness and walked through water and all of that. So I'm a real living testimony. And I know God, He goes before me. And I honestly believe that. And so I just want to, I really want to just put my name in the hat to just be really an example for our community, to bring hope. Like, hey, this guy can do something. Hey, this guy vote. If this guy can run, then, a lot of the guys who gets arrested, and a lot of guys that is on, in their addictions, they don't know they can vote. They have this thinking that, oh, why I can vote. Say, yeah, you can. Look at me, I'm running. so now they engage you get them thinking. Yeah, once you start getting them thinking, it's a wonderful thing. You start seeing changes. Yeah, so
it's a great service you do.
Yeah, you serve people.
Oh, thank you. I can just pick out subjects, but I know that you're coming in new. So the most important thing I see about you is a willingness to jump right in and work hard and be a local voice that's putting out, I want to say putting out for the local people, putting out for all of us.
Yeah.
But you're coming from a position where, like you say, when you're running, if you were to get in the seat, others that are Hawaiians that didn't think they had anyone they could really get up close and talk to about what they need and want will find a new voice.
Yeah.
To me, that's what I see. And, I have grand dreams about going to Lanai and getting Larry Ellison, the big rich guy, to cooperate in creating solutions here, to be able to show him in a good light. And I'm going to still be in on that. But even if I'm doing and reaching out, I need to know that there are people here that are structuring the laws that can accommodate these grand dreams. Because I'm an outside the box thinker.
No.
How long we've been looking at housing here? I remember Vince Pagoyo. I don't know if you even remember. He was on council. He's from Lanai, and he said to me, this was more than a decade ago. We were 10,000 living units short. That's a lot of houses. Now when someone says, we built 465 last year, and we built another 1,500 last year, that's a lot. But when you need 10,000, it's not a lot. It's a little different. And we know that if in different countries we can put up tents and set up immediate kitchens, and if the military can do it and house everyone, why can't we do something here? Yeah. Isn't it an emergency? To me, this is emergency. That's an emergency. Yeah. So I'm still expecting someone that's in there, could have been me, but not me. Someone that's in there to be the champion for some of these things Like the mayor should say, this is an emergency. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this now, even though it may not be permanent. Why don't we have a safe place for people to park at night? You know, it's like all these things take time because it's not the priority. So it's nice to know that someone can be there, that it's their priority.
Yeah.
That to me is a big deal.
You know, as I'm just learning in this new season in my life, you know, I remember when I never used to vote myself, and I never used to participate and engage. It's like, nah, I know, you know, I don't trust the system. The system is broken. No, that's not my thing. And then now I'm involved and I'm in it, and I still see people still thinking the same.
Well, like you said it, you're in it, and you know that if you're in it, you can make the change.
Yes, but
you'll be part of that change and growth.
But I think, you know, the wording, that when you say vote, people kind of like, But when you say voice, then you understand, then start thinking like, well, oh, voice, I can relate to voice. Yeah, tell me your story. So if we all have the same story, then we can have some movement. But when you say the word vote, this is what I'm learning now. I'm learning. Yeah, I'm taking it all in. You see people's walls go on.
Oh.
They kind of, ooh, what is that?
But I can be your voice is way
But tell
better
me
than vote for me.
No, it makes
Yeah.
sense, right?
Right.
Because people want to be personable. You know, they want to be heard. They want to be acknowledged, and they deserve their voice. You know, so that's as I'm learning this, Jason. It's my first time, and I'm learning and I'm listening, you know, to people, and I'm also listening to what God is speaking to me and how I can help people get their minds start thinking to say their voice, and how this is how you participate. You know, so hopefully, you know, I can start teaching that and speaking that, where people can actually, because you want them to eventually register to vote and get out and vote.
Yep.
The 70%.
Like that means, remember, all you Hawaiians out there, all you everyone out there, no matter where you are in Maui County, you can register for vote.
Yes.
And you can vote for Randy
Online,
Konohia.
yes, you can.
See, no matter where you live. So this idea of being a voice could be a voice for you.
Yeah.
See?
Exactly. And the church, you guys got to get uncomfortable. Yeah, you got to get out of the pews, and the church is the body of Christ, and we are the church, and we go out and we speak the truth. Yeah, and the truth will set you free. And the Hawaiians, I mean, I know you're busy with all the kids, basketball, baseball, volleyball, but you know what? This is part of our kuleana. This is our home.
And we need you to vote in the primary, which means get on it as soon as you can and register to vote if you aren't registered. And if you are, be ready, because it's coming.
It's coming, man.
You know, anything that you, if I was going to say wrap up, anything that you know you want to let the people know that we haven't covered?
Well, again, you know, the state motto of Hawaii is Ua mau ke ea o ka ina i ka pono. The life of the land is perpetuated in righteousness. In Proverbs 29:2, it says, when the righteous rule, the people rejoice. But when the wicked are in authority, the people mourn. I refuse to allow the people of Maui to mourn. You got to get righteous leaders in leadership, in government. You got to get Hawaiians that is from, this is their home. We are connected to this aina. And what we say is from the heart, you know. So, yeah, that's one thing I want to just share.
Thank you. Thank you for being here with me. I'm going to get this to you in a hurry so you can share it with your Ohana and group, and they can share it, and they can share it.
Yes.
Because in these few weeks, it's a lot to get the message out. And whether you prevail or not in the primary or whatever, I hope that you'll stay involved, because I know that you are the voice of the future and the really an important example for Hawaiian people. to get involved, and you can make that difference and change.
Thank you so much. No fear, vote Konohia. Yes, sir. Let's go.
Do you have a website?
Yeah, konohia.com. Visit that. You can go check me out on top there.
Oh, that's a nice one. Easy. Konohia.com.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I try Schwartz, then it's already taken. Thank you guys for joining us. Randy Konohia, konohia.com. I hope that you will register and vote. And thank you all for watching. We'll see you again.
Aloha.
Aloha.